Frag out!
What's happening, Mad Squad? It's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. So, the Hitman's Bodyguard. I liked it. I knew I was seeing it. I was doing a review. I knew I was going to love it. I will say this. It is when I left the theater, I thought, this is exactly what I thought it would be. I didn't like it any more than I thought I would, and I didn't like it any less than I thought I would. My expectations were met, if that makes sense. My exact expectations were met. I didn't like it any more than I thought I would. I didn't like it any less than I thought it would. My expectations were met. What would I rate it? I forgot to actually rate it in my head initially after I left the theater. That's what I usually do. But I'll rate it now initially. Just a 7.8. Okay, a 7.8. And I'm not that's not bad. That's good. Okay, that's good. When I went in, and from the trailers only showed comedic stuff. So I expected it to be just a straight up comedy movie. Even though, of course, there was going to be some action. There was way more action than I thought there was going to be, though. There was way more action than I thought there was going to be. I liked it, though. And there were some serious moments as well, like some really serious moments. Especially one towards the end of the film, which this isn't going to be a party style review where I do non-spoiler in the front and then spoilers in the back. This is just going to be a review. I'm just going to say whatever. But yeah, one particular part near the end was probably the most serious part for me. I was like, oh, because I thought this was going to be a straight up comedy film. I'm not saying I'm upset that it wasn't, okay? I just thought that's what it was going to be. But there was comedy, there was action, there was a few serious moments, maybe like 2 or 3 serious moments throughout the film. And I liked all the characters, like the main characters. Ryan Reynolds played Michael. I can't remember his last name. Ryan Reynolds played Michael. He was the bodyguard. And basically what he did is he was a bodyguard for, different people, like people of major importance. And after, I forgot who it was. It was the Chinese dude, the priest, or I don't think it was a priest. I don't remember. But after he was killed, then he, went down to the bottom and just was a bodyguard for occasional, average, regular people. And so then he met with his ex-wife or girlfriend. I think ex-wife. I actually can't remember. Amelia. She called him up, and so when he met with her, he met the Hitman, which was Samuel L. Jackson. What was it? What did he go by? King Kang, I think it was. I think I might have that wrong, but I'm just gonna say that for now till it comes to me. King Kang. He was the Hitman, and so they met because Amelia called Michael, told her she needed him, so he met with Bodyguard, and then eventually became like a kind of buddy movie, Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson together throughout the whole movie. They kind of don't really like each other, but Michael promised that he would be a bodyguard to the Hitman, which he doesn't need any bodyguard because he's pretty much unkillable. And you know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. Two of the best action scenes in the movie. The boat chase and the car chase near the end when they needed to get to the building. Yeah, that and the boat scene chase. The dude is unkillable. One of my favorite moments was the first time we saw the Hitman in action when he was being taken. I forgot where. He was being taken somewhere. The car crashed. He was in like a cell. He got the key. He got out of the cell and he started like just mowing everybody down. He got shot. He just rolled over and kept on shooting. That was one of my favorite scenes of the movie. Was it that scene, the boat scene, or the car scene that was my favorite? I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite. I enjoyed those three scenes a whole lot. Those were like the best scenes in the movie, in my opinion. So, yeah, throughout the movie, they kept just, going. That was one of the best parts as well, is when Reynolds and Jackson, they just kept playing off of each other during the movie. And I guarantee some of that was probably improvised. Maybe none of it was, I don't know, but it just, how much it was, it just seems like a lot of it could have been improvised. It probably was. So I liked them playing off each other a lot and stuff like that. And I'm trying to think if anything felt forced, because I know this was like a comedy movie. Maybe not with Reynolds, but maybe with Samuel L. Jackson. And I love him, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love Samuel L. Jackson, but it just seems like some certain things he said, it was like he said it was like the line, he was supposed to say that line to like try to make it funny, I don't know. That's just how I felt about it. But I enjoyed the comedy. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the acting. I thought all the acting was good. And yeah, like I said, my expectations were met. It wasn't any better than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't any worse than I thought it was going to be. It was exactly what I thought it would be. And the serious moment that got me was near the end when Samuel King Kang had admitted that when he told Michael the story about the priest who died, that was his father. That got me. And that got me. That really did get me. And it took me out of the flow that was like this action comedy film for a second. Because I was like, oh, that was his dad. And so he does this for a reason. He's not a bad guy, He's a hitman and he kills people. But he only takes on jobs where it's a person who deserves it. So he's kind of like an anti-hero. So yeah, I thought there was another serious moment. I can't remember what it was. Or maybe that was the only one. That might have been the only one, but yeah, that was a serious moment. I was like, whoa. And let's see what else. I think I've actually said most I wanted to say about it. Like I said, it did. I'm not saying it was bad, because it wasn't, but it wasn't like a spectacular film, It was just great. It was good. It was great, 7.8, still keeping it at 7.8. And, like I said, it was just good, great film. My expectations were met. So, yeah. I did like how, and of course there's going to be a story. There's a story to like every film, but I like how it wasn't just all comedy. There actually was a story, you know, with Michael and Amelia and their whole thing. And we saw throughout the movie how that kept changing and stuff, and how Michael wanted to get her back and stuff. And the same with King Kang, and I can't remember his woman's name. I can't remember her name. But I liked that, how there was a story with both of them and their women, you know, also with the comedy, with the action. So I enjoyed everything. Like I said, the only thing I didn't like too much was maybe just at certain points it felt like Nick Fury had to throw in an F-bomb or something, which I'm sure that's something he does a lot in a lot of his movies. So I'm not going to get on that too much, but it just felt like it was literally everywhere. You know, it just felt like it was literally everywhere. And then just sometimes it felt like he had to force some things to make the scene funny, you know. Other than that, I enjoyed it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it, really. Let me know what you think if you have seen it. If you have not seen it, then I pretty much just said whatever was on my mind. So, yeah, you watched at your own risk. So, Hitman's Bodyguard, 7.8 for me. Great film. Nothing spectacular, extraordinary. Just, you know, regular action comedy film. You know, this is something that you don't even critique too much. It's one of those movies where you just sit down, chillax, and have a good time without being too critical. You don't have to take it too serious because it's not meant to be taken serious, you know? So, yeah. So, if you enjoyed my movie review, let me know what you thought. Links to all my social media will be down below in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, there are 2 like buttons. Be sure to fingerprint the button with the thumb pointing up. Share this video to anyone you feel enjoy. And tap the subscribe button, ding dong the notification bell to join the Mad Squad on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. My name is Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. Hope you all have a marvelous day. Mad out. Mad. Strong. Together.